And welcome back to Grand Tactician. We are in episode, I believe it's 8. And we left off with getting ready to start another battle, probably at about New Market again, with McClellan's Army of the Potomac, which you can see has got some units with low morale. They have been in a fight, and you can see their readiness isn't great over there. And then we've got the Army of the Potomac back at us with their 98 guns. And Magruder's Corps has made it to the battle this time. So we'll jump in and bring back. And we were right, it is going to be another battle down here for the New Market and Sudley Road. Not sure how we keep pulling off that. And clearly the rebel commander has got much better stats than us because we were definitely the ones being attacked here and still ending up on the attack. So, it is what it is. But we will probably follow a similar pattern to the last battle, where we do kind of try to split our army up for ease of movement. And one left. And so we'll go ahead and bring it back as we start to find the enemy. So once again, we have found the Confederate defense position, and once again, it is right here defending Lewis or Island Ford and Mitchell's Ford. I'm I'm not sure what the AI really likes about this. I guess they do have the heights a little bit, but so we are back going to be fighting the enemy in basically the same spot. So from all of those intents and purposes, we'll see if we can get into position and begin to get our troops ready to go. Let's see if we can speed some things up and start getting into line a little bit. Now, the Second Corps, Hancock's men specifically, did take a lot of damage there in that last battle. See, he's down to just 4,000 men, a little over 4,000 men in his unit. We may need to call in some reinforcements from maybe those regulars at the Department of Washington, because we are kind of at our threshold for troops. So we'll have to figure out something there to bring some troops into Hancock and his division, but because obviously, like we've talked about before, we will not be getting any reinforcements. The AI did just get, we did get the alert right as we saw the enemy that Beauregard's Army of the Potomac with all of that artillery did arrive. It looks like they have spotted us and are moving. So we will put Porter in attack. His unit really wasn't engaged in the last fight. And Richardson likewise. Bring Smith's batteries forward. We'll move forward with Sherman's men first. Need to get him moved into an attack. Looks like they're moving to cut off our advance to Mitchell's Ford potentially, which will be okay. We'll set Hunter to an attack stance Bring him down this road a little ways. About 8,000 fresh troops. Now our hope is that some of their troops are on their first battle, so that should give us a little bit of an advantage here because finally our troops are not. Trying to figure out where the volume went here. Doesn't feel like we're getting any. We'll work on it. We'll get Tyler up with his batteries. We can. Heinzelman's division's going to move near Blackburn's Ford. He will be our screen. George Thomas is going to move down to Newmarket. Try to cut off those potential reinforcements that we know are coming. John Reynolds, likewise, going to head down that direction. We do need to take. Let's see, can we get Sherman to pop out some skirmishers and prepare to engage the enemy here? Looks like we are going to have to keep marching forward. The AI clearly has seen something they didn't like, and they are reshifting again. As Hunter is going to come forward as well. We'll get our skirmishers out, and the one thing I dislike about the AI defense is they really tend to just completely give up anything that they've got defensive position wise. I mean, that ridge is defendable. They've already started building a defense, and they have this stream here, the Cub Run, that they could also be using. Let's make sure our volume didn't get turned off here at all. Nope, okay, we're good. Looks like both sides have some skirmishers out. We have a little bit of artillery firing. That should be helpful. Put a little artillery into their flank as we move into position with the first corps. And it appears they just haven't even spotted our troops that are coming from the second corps over here to their flank. Let's zoom back out real quick. Make sure that Hancock's men are coming close enough to protect that battery if necessary, but he did a brunt of our fighting in the last one, so we'll give those soldiers a little bit more time off. And get Tyler's batteries in line and get Heinzelman up. Protect that flank because it looks like Sedgwick has been pushed up by Sherman. Sherman's gone very aggressive here and just said, "All right, we're sending everybody forward," which I like, but it does leave that flank very exposed. So we are going to need Heinzelman to get get up here pretty quickly. Try to stick them on the double time. I don't usually do that, but with that flank, I don't like it. Maybe we can get Porter over here in the meantime. Just worried about Sedgwick right there. Yep, he had to turn to face those skirmishers. That's right, Uncle John will be okay. Probably down there telling his men something about how they couldn't hit an elephant from there, and we all know how that turned out. Hunter is not really engaging here. I'm not sure what he is doing. Sherman's got his troops forward, and Hunter's just kind of watching. So we'll go protect Sherman's other flank. As Heinzman starts moving into position. Why does this... Why does it say they have Sharp's carbines? There we go. I say that didn't make any sense. It does. Alright. We still have no knowledge of where Beauregard's troops are. We're going to send Bayard's cavalry that direction. So McDowell's cavalry up to watch if reinforcements are getting ready to come for the front lines here. Heinzman, we need to put on attack. Let him go ahead and take control. Let's turn that one and see if it can help things out a little bit. So it looks like we're doing okay on our main line of defense here. We're going to bring this cavalry unit up to just give a little morale boost to our flank, while Wheaton just pours it into the flank of Pemberton. Alright, so as you see, our troops have now made it to the edge of the forest, and it is time to advance them under the cover of some artillery. And we'll bring them forward quickly. You see a couple smaller brigades are starting to turn and realize that there's a problem. Sedgwick is being pushed back, as is, it looks like, Oliver Howard. Throw everybody onto rally. All the way across the board. Does lead them a little more likely to get shot, but it's either that or we give up our center. Sounds like I hear a charge coming. I'm not sure who, but there it is. Potentially. Sims. Alright, there we go. Canister destroyed Wofford's line and forced him back. Alright, so it's a nice little back and forth going on here. We do actually have artillery in place already. Well, here comes a mass assault. Looks like 2 brigades of infantry, McLaws and McNair, followed by the Jefferson Davis Legion. May need everything we've got over this direction. Marine Corps could be beneficial here, so we are going to bring them just a little ways this direction, along with Wilcox's 2nd Brigade. Looks like they're just massing troops, preparing for an all-out attack. As looks like Richardson might be in place to go ahead and hit whatever Harvey Hill is commanding. Porter's going to join in momentarily, and we will go ahead and call Hancock's men up to support. This battery isn't firing, so we'll move them into better position. We'll move all those batteries into better position. And just like that, we have this army in a snare. I haven't seen sight of Beauregard yet, so we will go ahead and keep sending Reynolds and Thomas towards the objective, with Carter in support of Thomas, who's probably more likely to run into some of the potential problems. Realistically, Hunter has been very poor at division command now, multiple different battles. His men just kind of hang out the whole time. Please be Hunter. Nope, Wilcox, who got his men up into the fight. Well, that's unfortunate. Wilcox is probably going to have to fall back. It looks like he's getting ready to be overrun. Marine Corps is there to support. As is Sykes' battalion. And Howard, who is unfortunately unstable. Let's get Heinzman over there to rally him, maybe. Oh, it looks like they've got the Zouave perk, and they are fighting from the ground. The skirmishers are being charged. That's not a good sign. Try to get the Marine Corps in line to start firing and protecting the flank. And still nothing from Hunter over there, other than sending out some skirmishers, and he's refusing to participate in this battle, which is now his second or third time refusing to participate. If I could court-martial him, we probably would. But we don't really have a means of recourse for him right now unless he gets defamed or wounded. As you see, Richardson doesn't mind getting his guys into the fight. We are going to already hit them from the rear. Toombs' brigade is attempting to hold right now. If they fall, then the whole flank is probably up in the air. Or if we can get Porter's men forward, then we can successfully close this pocket. I'm not sure where Beauregard is. There it is. Oh. Well, we're going to have to get creative. We're going to put Franklin on assault. Let him get all of his men up there once they get engaged, and let him handle the 95,000. I know that's an exaggeration, but 95 plus artillery with all those individual batteries. We'll let him handle that while we spend a little more time focused on what's going on up here. What's going on up here is it looks like the Wilcox's brigade, even though Wilcox is wounded, he's still leading them to send rebel units scattering. A little support from the Marine Corps. Heinzelman was killed. Where was he at? Heinzelman. Over there by Wilcox. Yep. They laid on the ground and he was on a horse. Did not go well for his men. So they will actually probably suffer a penalty from that here momentarily. So their falling back is important. Ooh, they're closing that gap quickly. Hunter, can we borrow these guys? Maybe let them get involved in the fighting. Martindale's men are holding. Wilcox's are holding, but they're falling back. There's a strong push coming here. If Hunter would push on this flank, we could roll him up. but he's not. Porter's at least getting his men engaged. I mean, look at the difference here. You've got Hunter, Heinzelman, who's dead, and Sherman, who's got his men up in the front. Hunter's men are just, well, I guess Davies is one of Sherman's, and he's not getting involved, but I just don't understand what David Hunter's doing there. Let's see how things are going down here. Anything transpiring? Doesn't appear so. Not yet, anyway. Wilcox is still struggling and falling back, but his men have earned, looks like a star, so, yep, they have. Marine Corps has, with the help of Wilcox, has routed another unit. And now all that's left is McLaws and that strong push. Looks like Sykes is actively refusing orders by Heinzelman, who's dead. So whoever is next in line for Heinzelman, Sykes is not a fan of. Okay, yep, Hunter is definitely on attack and is just watching. It's not like his guys up here on the front lines are lacking morale. Confident. Stockton, confident. Yep, just refusing to push. Looks like Richardson and Porter are turning that flank. We are going to go ahead and give Hunter maybe we got to give him an assault order. If we give him assault, maybe he'll push forward and everybody else will cover him, since he's refusing to protect anybody else's flank. Alright. That is so much artillery. You know, I really don't want to do this, but I'm thinking about a cavalry charge and just trying to take some of it out because it is completely unsupported. So we're going to, and we're just going to wing it. They're going to set up and shatter us, but they're moving, unsupported. Should be a perfect time for a cavalry charge. Now, once they start setting up and just destroying us, I'm sure we will have to fall back completely. We're already tired, but... Oh, here they all go, yep. They immediately fired one shot. Alright, we're panicked. It was worth a try. It was worth a try. Didn't really work in our favor, but, you know, we can at least say we tried. Alright, now we can turn you back off of assault, because now you pushed forward a little bit. Oh, never mind. You're pulling Wheaton back already. So assault to Hunter means move forward. Awesome. No other time has he moved forward. Martindale's held off a couple different pushes at him and is now pushing at Claus. Can we get Blinker up to... Yep, good. Looks like Sherman ordered him forward. Well, let's see what happened to Bayard. Yeah, he shattered. It's okay. He'll recover pretty quickly, and... Oh, looks like we won't have much time to attack anything else here, but maybe Thomas will take out some of that cavalry, and maybe they'll lose some on their retreat. Turn Porter to assault, Richardson to assault. Try to gobble up that. Heinzelman's dead, so we can't order anything from him. And there you see it. We did inflict quite a bit more casualties on the enemy. Another 150 guns, but we were only able to take 20 of them out. So, I mean, we're still making progress on that giant artillery force that they have, but not as much as we'd like to see. See you back at the main screen. So you see there, we obviously lost Heinzelman. We did also have Wilcox go down. We captured 1,400 rifles and about 500 soldiers. It didn't really do a whole heck of a ton to them there, but enough that's going to force them hopefully back. Alright, with Heinzelman going down, we need to promote somebody from his corps, or his division to take over. We got Howard and Couch. They're both about even on all stats, so let's see who's got seniority. Looks like Howard has seniority, so we're going to promote Howard. We're going to replace him with... Looks like Reynolds is going to get his command. Heinzman replaced by Oliver Howard. And then we need to replace Wilcox with... Looks like Henry Slocum will be taking command of that unit. So there you have it. Obviously, Howard might be a little underranked at this point, so that could cause some division. What we did say we needed to do was add some troops to Hancock. Let's see. Because he's only at about 4,000 troops. So we will pull troops from that Department of Washington to go help out there. Give him 2 regiments from the regular army. Just since he's so under strength. So we will go ahead and get the game back going. 10 days away from that. It looks like we might have about room for about 10,000 more troops after some of our losses. And just like that, we've engaged in another fight. Looks like the Army of Mississippi and Ohio, well, one of the corps from the Army of Ohio will join in on this fight. That's better than nothing. And looks like Stonewall Jackson was named the commander of the Army of Tennessee, while Robert E. Lee is one of his corps commanders. So it's a turn of events there. Go ahead and jump into the battle and see what happens. Alright, we've made it to the battle, and looks like we'll be on the Murfreesboro map. Kind of one of my more favorite maps in the game. I think it gives you a little bit of everything, depending on what you have to cross. If you're defending with lower numbers, you can really kind of make your stand in a handful of places. So we've got Pope's Ninth Corps. We're going to stick them down the Franklin Road. They are our smallest corps with only 13,000 men. Looks like we're 3 hours away from McClernand and another 2 hours from Nelson and Bull. So it'll be a little bit of a stalling here. We will go ahead and detach Mitchell's battery so it doesn't cause a whole lot of problems as we get ready to move. We're just gonna very slowly send our cavalry out to scout. Uh, won't make you sit here and watch kind of what's going on scouting wise as we try to figure out where the enemy is and what kind of defenses it looks like they have, because we are outnumbered right now. We're definitely going to probably have to wait for our reinforcements unless we find a wide open flank somewhere. So we have found the rebel army, and they actually are kind of in a great position here to cover all of the advances that we could have came from. You got to give them some credit there. I'm really not sure how to approach that unless we go very, very far south. Um, we will send Hayman's division all the way down here. I know that could be a little bit out of the way, but I don't think this frontal charge option that we have is a great option. We'll send Keys down that way as well. That'll allow us to follow the roads. Use Mitchell's guns to potentially keep them at bay. We make it look like we're massing an assault, along with Dodge's cavalry, who's just going to hang out dismounted in a loose formation and use that fence for some cover. That way, in case this large swath of cavalry decide to get frisky. You see Nelson and Buell arriving. I think, yes, they are arriving from two separate locations. But Nelson, with the larger amount of troops, will be arriving from the north. Buell's going to have a couple regiments to himself. That will really, we'll go ahead and send down here to the Round Forest. While Nelson will try to really try to sandwich this rebel defensive position. We do also still have the rest of McClernand's 8th Corps here in about an hour, and they should be able to come right down the Franklin Road. By the time the AI realizes that's a completely new corps and not Pope's, we should be in business. There he is, and we'll try to split his divisions to both roads to keep this army thinking that we're attacking right down the center. If we can do that, we may be able to flank them on both sides and really cause some problems. We'll use these two infantry regiments to appear like we're coming through the round forest and Wayne's Hill down the Murfreesboro Pike. This could get interesting here as we try to truly envelop every option that they have. We do all have mainly troops that are in their first combat. We'll just keep moving Nelson along. Same with McClernand. So we will bring you back as our reinforcements start to arrive and kind of get in position for this battle. It is already 4 o'clock, so that may truly be after the evening's over. I don't mind a little bit longer to reposition that artillery up just a hair. So we'll bring you right back as soon as things start getting a little more. Well, it looks like they have discovered us somewhere because the rebel infantry has started to reposition themselves. I'm wondering if this cavalry group up here spotted us here and they expect the advance to come right down the Murfreesboro Pike. So that's going to be the end of day, kind of like we projected there. We should have decent deployment zones, not as much as I thought. So we'll get Nelson's men a little more in position. We'll get them out of the way. Protecting us there. Well, we've got a decent position over here. Anderson, we will put in position to protect Mitchell's batteries, which we will move overnight to join the rest of his corps. Heyman will get in position there. Keyes will come out of the woods with him. Anderson is pretty fragmented, but they should be able to replace Dodge, who can come over here and protect this towpath. Morale up, who can bombard all the way across. Yeah, just barely. They may get wiped out quickly, so we do need to get Keem's men up to protect them with Kilpatrick's cavalry. And then we've got McCall, who we're going to put in position to help support a crossing of Stones River. So we're going to go ahead and see what the Confederacy does. Holy cow! They've built trenches at the river crossings while also being right on top of us. So we're going to stick Heyman quickly into an attack position. We'll put Keyes into a screen. He's a little bit smaller. Actually, we'll put Heyman in a screen also. Oh no, too late. Put Mitchell into it. Holy mercy. So we will try to annihilate that trench. Kingsmen coming down the pikeway. We'll put all of Pope force into a screen if we can. Ooh, that didn't work out in our favor. Alright, Nelson. Let's get down here very, very quickly. We know where their troops are. We need to get there quick. Now, I guess they could also have dug a trench here, but Silas Casey is wounded. One of Keyes' brigades. This fight must be going very quickly. Trenches in 1861. The AI is, resourceful. They decided we were not going to cross the Stones River today. But it looks like they are mainly fragmented. They must be out of supply. All of our blockading's probably coming into play a little bit there. Alright, let's see if we can get Heyman put into a screen. Not yet. Hopefully Keyes starts falling back. Put him in a rally to try to keep Casey from routing. Anderson, we're going to push up to try to hopefully draw some attention. Casey routed. That's a bummer. Right. Heyman is still not gotten his orders yet. Team's going to come up eventually and be prepared to take this along with our regulars. Wow, they've transferred the Missouri State Guard and Holcomb's Legion out here into Tennessee. So it looks like we might be able to go ahead and push right now onto those trenches. So we will. We're going to go right away. We're going to send Kilpatrick's troopers that way also. Why do I only have a charge option? Alright, Heyman, let's get into a screen. Let's get Mitchell hopefully set up to go to a screen also. For clicking to start with. And let's get everybody able to fall back until we get Bull Nelson to come flank them. We can say that Confederate Army did pop a great surprise there. We pushed too far forward in the middle of the night, and they took advantage of it. And that trench is a lot for 1862. It's only manned by cavalry, it looks like, but I don't know that I want to attack cavalry in trenches that are dismounted either. Texas Regiment, yeah, they've sent troops from all over the place here. Looks like that's Jubal Early, his brigade. Keem's going to have to take these trenches. It's just going to have to be done. Where's Nelson at? He needs to get moving a little bit quicker. Alright, so looks like Heyman has popped out some skirmishers. Looks like we'll be in okay shape potentially. If his division can hold this mass of infantry and cavalry and pretty much the entire army of Tennessee at this point, it feels like. If they can hold them off, then Heyman might need a promotion. Buell, man, they've got some commanders down here in Tennessee. Well, then you got Hawes and Donaldson, but a bunch of commanders that you typically see, the AI, or in real life at least, they were in the East, and pretty common names that you know, and they're right now in Tennessee. So that's a little bit different. Lee, Jackson, Early, Ewell, Jones. So, should make for an interesting campaign and might not allow Tennessee to be as easy as it was historically. All right, Horatio Wright, I see that you're disrupted, but we're going to have to take this bridge. Keem, it is, at this point, a mandatory you are assaulting. See if we can get Kilpatrick to do something other than charge, and there we go. At the same time, we've got Hobson, who's going to try to come help out. Slimmer's going to cross with King with our regulars. Anderson we're going to screen with also, just hopefully to get some skirmishers to pop out and engage here while we attempt to get troops everywhere else. Where's Nelson's 1st Division? Oh, well, that didn't help. Crittenton's division. Alright, Crittenton. Your men are going right to Soul College. They're also disrupted. So this is going to be a little bit of a battle of who's more disrupted. I'm not sure where Schlee's going or why Heyman ordered him to go there. Maybe my fat thumbs clicked something I wasn't supposed to. So we'll try to get him to halt. And it looks like we did. Maybe? No? We're not getting him to halt, unfortunately. Schlee's going to have some trouble. I'm not sure what he's doing or why he's doing it. But, I mean, with all these troops laying on the ground, maybe he can shoot at enough of them before they... I mean, shooting would be helpful, Schlee. Or just fall back without firing a single shot. Okay, a couple shots. There we go. Alright. Now he's at least falling back on the screen. Batteries are still firing into him pretty decently. We may be able to use them to charge the trenches. Try to really get there and take that trench right there. Looks like it's just an artillery battery. Maybe 2. And that Missouri State Guard Brigade, which means the Missouri sector has to be a bit weaker than what it was. Alright, we've taken the trenches. We're going to quickly sprint our guns up to where they can fire from the trenches. We're going to put Keem in position to defend and potentially flank the other set of trenches. Here comes Crittenton. Oh, there goes Newton Schlee. All right. Can we get Crittenden's division down from Nelson soon enough that we don't lose all of Heyman's division? Come on, Heyman. It's time to go rally. If you get shot, well, duck. We're supposed to be screening here, Heyman. Why are you ordering men forward? I don't understand what you're doing. Montgomery Meigs is... I guess we're just trying to protect the artillery, and the faster we fall back, the sooner we're on top of the artillery. I'll give him that. Maybe that's what's going on. Casey's broken and wounded. His guys are probably out of the fight completely. Alright, where's Crittenden? Looks like he's coming up quick, but will it be quick enough? Let's get him up there to the railroad cutout. I mean, we can't do anything with Robert Anderson's men here. We could charge and just get slaughtered. So we're just going to continue to let him sit in a screen mode. Look at all those troops on the riverbank. That's... Who doesn't like him? Cook doesn't like him? Okay. He's supported in case something crazy happens. Right, broke. It's fine. It's fine. Keene is going to be able to prepare shortly. And really our problem is here. Oh boy. Our problem's getting worse. Meigs is also gone, as is Smith. That's not good. Alright, so Heyman, maybe let's not charge our men that are supposed to be in a screen mode. Just mount this cavalry, 1,100 men, try to get them up here to draw attention from our artillery. Kilpatrick will come over and join in with that. And there's Crittenden's men. McCook's men need to come get down here as well. Crittenden's will move to this road to try to protect that flank just a little bit more. We've got artillery to set up. Looks like Ewell's holding that flank. They're in a big giant circle, and they're in a really decent defensive position where they are protecting all of their flanks. Looks like Jackson went with the square. It's truly what it looks like right now. Nope, we do not want that. We want them to fire from loose order. Preferably not a charge. Yep, let's not charge. Still, let's not charge. Okay, let's push forward just a little bit more then. And like that, we're going to put Crittenton into an attack formation. Oh, okay, something's going on. They must have seen Nelson's troops arriving, and they are pushing right at Anderson. So we're going to throw him into defense. We're going to throw McCall into defense as well. And change Keem from assault to attack. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing here, but they are quickly trying to break through the river to get from being flanked, and they are going right through our lines. It's the one problem with when you speed up a little bit here, they go. The AI just has the ability to walk through water sometimes and march right past my guys firing with no actual impact. We do need to get McCall's troops up right this instant, it looks like. So we're going to send that whole division forward and let the commanders sort it out as they go. They definitely hit a counterattack. We'll get Keene going forward. Cavalry brigades going forward. This mass counterattack that they sent is quite effective. At the LA Tigers. Come on, Cook. You didn't like the screen and wait orders. Oglesby's coming up to support. Cook's not going to last. He's going to break. Okay, looks like we're going to get into a melee here. Napoleon Buford's going to engage somebody. Not sure who that is. The LA Tigers. We're going to get Crittenton coming down the road as quickly as possible. I didn't mean to click attack everybody, but hey, whatever. At this point, we can jump in from behind them and really cause them some problems. Buford's gone. His right able to be... Oh no. Oh no. Alright, we're gonna have to get Grant out of there. No, nope. all of these commanders out of there, or they're just all gonna die. That's not good. Looks like they pushed there, and Keyes' small, undersized division has broken completely. Pope is somehow squeezing between those units. That's not going to go well. He'll probably end up wounded. Oh, we've got another division up here. Gorman's division. Undersized, but at this point we need all the troops we've got. Alright, Crittenden, come on. McCook, let's... You also attack. Keene, sometime today, please. Alright. Well, we are pouring it into him. McPherson's up. But they have transferred some troops over from the east that this is not their first battle, so their morale actually might outlast us. That will be where it's kind of a little bit trickier. Alright, come on, McCook. Go take those trenches and fire at them from their own trenches. Wouldn't that be a rough day? You dig all those trenches and then you decide to evacuate the trenches only to get shot at from your own trenches while you're trying to break out to the west of the city. They've only taken 250 casualties. We do really need to probably get some better guns. Alright, that group broke. Right. I'm betting Oglesby will be breaking here momentarily also. Yep. That's right, he held for a while. Right. Still broken. Keene still has not moved. We're getting bogged down by whatever unit this is. Ewell. Just stopping McCook from taking these trenches, which we really need to do. Crittenden's got to get up here. Come on, Keene. Run to the fight. Morale, get up here. Overview. Rally everybody you got. Well, now they are caught in a pocket. McCook's men have made it to those trenches, which are going to be great cover for purposes of a turkey shoot, really. The AI tried to mob across the bridge, which, in fairness to them, is actually working. As you see back here, we are falling back quite quickly. So it did work. The bad news for them is now they are stuck coming back across the trenches that they dug. If we can get Keem up here, that'd be nice. It's almost like we've been trying to get him to come join the fight for a little while. He did take the trenches, it's okay. Crittenton's up. That means most of Nelson is indeed up and in the fight. We'll get Mitchell's batteries back up farther. Get Smith and Meeks back. Don't let the blue uniforms confuse you, folks. That is the LA Tigers pushing right past our lines right now. I mean, you gotta give them credit. They punched right through us. They're taking some severe casualties. They've had a variety of units break. They've got East Coast typical brigades. They've got Missouri State Guard. And they know that they are on the brink of annihilation right now. Alright, enemy is retreating. Let's try to take advantage of that by attacking rather than defending. McCook's pouring it on already, so we'll just leave him in attack mode. Once he got to those trenches, it was kind of, I guess, over for anything that was stuck in between. So it is kind of a turkey shoot right now as those troops attempt to run one way or the other. But you still got a couple brigades fighting their way out up this direction with the LA Tigers and the Missouri State Guard. Looks like the LA Tigers are just saying, alright, we fought our way out. The rest of you guys can fend for yourselves. Alright, and so with that, we are victorious in Nashville. That should open up Nashville for our ability to take it. You can see the fight was pretty close, and if we didn't get Nelson's troops there when we did, we probably were in for